Hey everybody, we are here today with day 29, almost to the end. Day 29 of Junk Journal July 2023, hosted by @MagJournals, hashtag Junk Journal July to see what everybody else is up to. So we are going to jump right in because I don't know how long this is going to take, but yesterday we did Upcycled. Today we're doing playlist. So I'm back and forth about this one, but I think what I want to do is I'm working on a custom order, and the lady said that she wanted forestry, witchy, Taylor Swift folklore vibe. Well, so I was kind of struggling with this, but I think I've come up with an idea. I know Taylor Swift has an album called Folklore and an album titled Evermore or something like that, and that's older Taylor Swift. Oh, oh my goodness, excuse me. Not quite sure where that came from. But when I think of Taylor Swift, I think of bright pinks and purples and happy and bubbly and pop, and that's what I think of when I think of Taylor Swift. So it's kind of hard for me to think of witchy, Taylor Swifty, forestry type vibe. So I think what I'm going to do, she wants this to be a small journal. Hang on, I'm in a thought process. I tend to do that. With you guys. I get everything situated and sit down and start working on something and think of something else. This creative mind never stops, which is why I came up with the idea of Shell's Creative Chaos, because creatively things are often chaotic with me. So, anyways, my thought process is I've dyed some pages. This is just regular copy paper, and I've dyed it with a copy dye with a little bit of green and blue food coloring. I don't know if you can tell the color that this turned out, but it's kind of like a brownish green, and it will work perfectly. So I'm kind of doing a witchy forest. Wait a minute. Witchy forest. Let's see here. How's best to say this? I'm kind of doing like a dark forest with the browns and blues and greens, and to tie in Taylor Swift to this, two things. First, I've got some images from my friend Cindy at Studio Lou. These were some of her images from she does a monthly journal with me for her Patreon members, and sends out some of her lovely images, and I snagged these two off of that. Because they're a blonde that kind of gave me some Taylor Swift vibes. So I'm kind of going to use these as my muse, but these will turn into journal cards as well. And then I've got these journal cards that I've created. These are images from Cindy at Studio Lou as well. They're dark forestry, excuse me, mushroom type cards. So I think this is going to be where I tie in Taylor Swift, and this is where I'll tie in kind of like the witchy darkness to this. All that to be said, you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with playlist? I sneezed and now I can't get control of my sinuses. My eyes are watering, my throat's itching. Okay, let's get it together, Shell. So, playlist. One of the other ways I was going to tie in Taylor Swift to this journal is, I don't know if any of you guys know Taylor Swift or know any of her songs, but her playlist, I pulled up her playlist for like all the gazillion songs that she's ever done. And she has a whole bunch that are just one word titles. And so I jotted down a few of these song titles, and I'm going to stamp those one words throughout this journal. And I think they'll tie into the dark forestry type: enchanted, haunted, labyrinth, starlight, timeless, things like that. So I'm going to kind of tie in those words, which are actually her song titles, which are on her playlist. See how I did that? Into these pages. And so somebody who doesn't know Taylor Swift and is kind of looking at this, they're gonna see words like folklore and haunted and not really think much about it. But if you know Taylor Swift, then you'll know that you'll recognize that these are song titles. So that's what we're gonna do. These pages are already cut and ready for my book. I think there's 10 of them here. Yeah, 10 pages. So we're gonna do some stamping today. My initial thought process was to do some black ink, so I can get it open, just some black ink. But I pulled out my gold. I've got a couple of different boxes of gold ink, so we'll kind of play around. And this dyed paper, I have a whole stash over there, so if we mess up, then we will just make another one. So I am thinking, and get my thoughts together here. I am thinking, initially I'm thinking the word folklore, which that's a title of one of her songs and one of her albums. So I'm thinking I might work that into the cover page. So I don't know if I necessarily want it on the pages. But initially I'm thinking of enchanted, breathe, closure. I'm not so sure about happiness, because this is going to be like a dark forestry journal. Haunted, holy ground, innocent, maybe not red. So yeah, we'll just kind of play with these and see what we come up with. So let's just get started with enchanted. This and see what we've got. We've got our little letter stampies. And I always seem to do these backwards. So, today is Saturday. I went this morning. It's midday. It's actually noon, 12 o'clock noon as I looked at my clock. I think I'm already going to have to tell. I can scoot these down. But I went this morning, and so a couple weekends ago, I went and got my hair dyed. And it washed right out, because that's what happens with my hair. And so my stylist said, come back in, we'll do it again. So that's what I did this morning. And got that done. And I hurried back because I wanted to get home before it gets dumb hot outside. When I pulled in my driveway, my temperature in my car said 97. Already, it's noon, so yeah. Not interested in being out in that. I say it every time I do a video. I'm going to scoot these down again. This is a big word. I might have to pull out my big block for this. So yeah, I wanted to get home and get in my hack around clothes, as I call them. and see what we could do today. I'm working on these 3 different. I need a scrap paper. I'm working on these 3 different journals. So I wanted to get started on them. So that's my plan for the rest of today and tomorrow. So here we have our, so we'll try it in black. I knew that looked funny. Glad I did that. Why is that? Oh, okay, I see it now, huh? I knew that looked funny. I kept looking at it like, what is the deal here? We don't want enchanted. We want enchanted. We want them kind of even. Let's try that again. What's the deal, T? Move you out and put another one in your place and see. You're not wanting to show up. It's a little better. Let me see how it looks with the gold. I know I've still got some black on it, so. I kind of like that better. I don't like it so bold like that. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, sorry, Mr. Black Ink. We're gonna go with the gold because I want it kind of like a whispery, smoky type look. So there we go. Okay. So where did you go? Okay. So my thought process is to kind of do these words throughout this journal. Yep, I like that. Ugh. And I'm gonna do the word twice throughout the journal. How's that? I'm gonna do them in different places. Perfect. Okay. Yep, that's what I want. Okay. So let's see here what we've got enchanted. Let's see here. Let's do our next word. This breathe. I think there's an E in there, so let's do this. B R E A T H E. Let's see what we look like. Ooh, the R's a little crooked, but we're gonna go with it. Where did you go? Okay. Nice. No real rhyme or reason to these. Just kind of scattering them throughout the journal. Okay. Let's see here. Next one is change. So we'll do C, H, A, N, G. Let's scoot over there. Let's see what you look like. I really wish these would be closer together. I'm gonna end up with gold fingers, I think. Yep. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Again, kind of crooked, but we'll go with it. Nice. Okay. Closure will be our next one. CLOS. So I haven't had a chance to watch anybody's playlist for today. I'm really curious to see how everybody's putting this word, incorporating it. I'm really curious to see what others are doing with this word. It's kind of tricky. Closure. It's kind of a tricky word. The prompt. Playlist. I'm working on, I have an order for a Taylor Swift journal that is, I'm doing the pink and the pop. It's using this little golden book. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but they have a whole, little golden book has a new series. It's a biography series. And they've got such cute ones out. Betty White, Lucille Ball, Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Bob Ross. They're so cute. So cute. And so I'm doing a Taylor Swift one for an order. And it's not going to be dark witchy. So haunted. H. A. U. So all that to say about the Taylor Swift H-A-U-N-T is I was trying to decide if there was something I could do with that one for this prompt. But I've been racking my brains as to how to incorporate Taylor Swift into a witchy dark forest. I did it again. Yep. These B's and D's are throwing me off. I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate Taylor Swift into this Dark Forest 1. And so I was actually laying in bed this morning. I was like, oh, you know, I could do that. I could just do her song titles throughout. And again, anybody who knows Taylor Swift and is a Swiftie, a fan, they would recognize these as words from her albums, songs from her. I'm going to skip Holy Ground for a minute, mainly because it's a lot longer and bigger, and I'm going to go to Innocent. And if we need, we'll use that as our backup if we need another word. I-N O I-N-N-O. A-B-C. And I almost ran out of ends on that one. This one's kind of crooked, but we'll see what it looks like. I love how that kind of fades. I think that's really cool. I'll try not to stamp over it. Maybe we can use it for something else. Okay, Innocent's working here. Oh, I'm so glad I thought to grab the gold, because I didn't want this to be so bold. I just kind of wanted it to be like a hint of a word, you know. I don't know about Ivy. We're gonna skip Ivy. And we'll do Karma. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, so just so you know, in case you have any questions. I don't consider myself a Swiftie. I don't know all of her songs and all of the words to her songs, but I do like her, and I would love to see her in concert. I'm sure she puts on a heck of a concert. And speaking of that, I will say this. I've been to a handful of concerts, and the best concert I have ever been to, is Pink. She puts on a heck of a concert. I would pay big money to see her again. My niece and my daughter, that's what I got them for Christmas this year. They're going in September to Nashville. My daughter has seen her before, has seen Pink before. Me and her went a couple years ago and again fell in love. My niece has never seen her, so it'll be a fun treat for my daughter and my niece to go to Nashville, have a little girls trip, and see Pink. I'm excited for them because I know it's going to be a heck of a show. Second to that, I've seen Katy Perry in concert, and she's pretty fabulous too. My daughter went a couple weekends ago to St. Louis and saw Post Malone in concert, and she said, "Mama, he's so good in concert." She said, "I think he's probably really close to Pink." And her and I are absolutely dead set that Pink is the best concert we've ever seen. So for her to say Posty was very close to Pink makes me really wish I would have went. But I did not. So, but I think Taylor Swift would be right up there with all-time fabulous favorite concerts. So, L-A-B-R. How do you spell labyrinth? L-A-B... That doesn't look right. Labyrinth. We're gonna go with it. L-A-B-Y. I can't look on my phone because you guys are on my phone. Come on, get on there straight. Anyways, again, I am a Taylor Swift fan, but not a, I don't consider myself a Swiftie. Again, because I don't know all of her songs and all of her albums and all that good stuff, but I do like her. So, it is kind of cool to be doing a couple of journals that are focused on her. Okay, we have Labyrinth. Okay, that has 2 words on it. That has 2 words on it. Okay, what's next? How about Starlight? Okay. S T A R L. Get all y'all in here. I G H T. Okay. So yeah, I'm curious to see what everybody else is doing with this prompt, because playlist, I think, can mean, you know, a lot to a lot of different people. So I'd be curious to see where people go with this prompt. Okay, that's 2 for Starlight. So I'm gonna do Timeless next, I think. T I M E These are getting kind of slippery because I got ink all over them. L T-I-M-E-L E S. Oh, that E is way crooked. We won't go that crooked. I don't mind them being a little off, but that one was way off. S Timeless. Let's see what this one looks like. Nice. Okay. So let's see here. So basically, I'm trying to get 2 words on a page, on a piece of paper right now, to get me started. And we'll see if we need more. Okay. What other words? Maybe fearless? Let's see here. Okay, we'll do fearless. I think that one is an actual album title. I could be wrong. So let's do F. Hang on. We got our little S, F-E-A-R. Do this one a little backwards. F-E-A-R. Okay. Oh, we got 2 words on this one, so we'll just do this anyways. Ooh, that's really light. Okay, let's do it on one more random one. Okay, let's see if any more, or if I think we're good. I got 2 words on, and some of them, these are pretty faded, but that's okay. 2 words on each paper. I'm okay with that. So yeah. I didn't use all these words, but that's okay. Like I said, I just pulled off, I Googled her, her playlist, her overall playlist, and she's got a gazillion songs, by the way. And just snagged some words that were 1-word titles. Because I wanted to kind of, you know, these words are, if you didn't know Taylor Swift, you would be like, you know, change or fearless or whatever, and not really give much thought to these words. So I think that's going to work out. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we got going on here. Did some stamping on each of these pages. Some of them turned out pretty light, and again, I'm okay with that. I think as they dry, they're getting a little lighter, but that's okay. I kind of like that because it's kind of like a whispery type. Ooh, look at my messy gold hands. It's kind of a whispery type word, like a hint throughout. So I'm okay with that. Anyways, I think we'll call that done for Junk Journal July 2023. Day 29 is playlist. We used some of Taylor Swift's playlist, some of her songs, included them throughout these papers. So anyways, I'm going to close this up for now, clean up my mess, and get back to my custom order that I'm working on. So thanks for joining me for this day, this prompt, and we are in the home stretch for sure. We've got 2 more to do, In the Garden and Nostalgia. So I'll be back tomorrow with In the Garden, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.